Hi everybody, just waiting for some other people to come onto the live. If you don't know who I am, please go and look at some of my content. I revised a lot of content regarding a lot of people, and also some new content into supernatural and paranormal areas. Also, a large area of what I talk about is what I previously just said, content from other people. That means the people's voice, what you would want to hear that is being restricted. And I have made hundreds of videos, and some of them do get restricted due to sound quality, meaning background music or whatnot. But a lot of that content still is and should be put up due to its public domain, meaning that there's no rights upon the videos or sound content. So even I am censored as much as I try not to be. So thus, no sound around me currently, and no actual music of any sort. So this live should be able to go up, and others should be able to see this, even if you are here on the current live. Welcome to my rec. Currently, just woken up for the day. No makeup, no nothing, just me being real. A lot of my content is just real as it is. I try my best to allow people to understand what I'm saying is very real. You might not want to hear a lot of what I have to say. You might say, who is this person in front of me talking? What is this person? Well, for an educated person, they understand I'm a person. I'm also a person that has worked out somewhat to use the human body, more than most. The pineal gland within the human brain conducts more than just chemical areas. It also conducts your energy flows. If you've ever had a static electricity zap from somebody or something, you will realize you have a small current in your body. So that current comes from that area within the brain, the pineal gland. If you've ever seen anything about the Egyptians or history, you will notice that they talk of a person or a god or a powerful entity called Ra and show an eye and symbol. If you were to go into the human brain and cut the human brain where the pineal gland section is, it looks like an eye. Some people refer this in the past as the center eye or the inner eye. So I'm sure with what I have just elaborated allows you to understand the area of what I'm talking about. It's no eyeball on the front of your forehead or anything. A lot of people use gold or some metals along this part of their actual skull area for the pineal energy to be more focused for sight. This has not been disproved, and since it has been used for thousands of years in this manner, one would think there would most probably be something to it. As a bit of an electronic techie myself, I know that the best conductor is gold. If you know anything about NASA and satellites, they use on their area of conducting gold. Motherboards on computers, everyone knows the best conductor is gold. If you have your mobile phone and you go out and you buy your earplugs, them plugs are normally gold-ended, are the high quality. So a conductor in this area, one would assume, is very real. So a gold emblem or something into this area, or not so much an emblem, but you can make it any shape you want, I guess, as long as it's in this area, would conduct the energy from your body. Now, this energy, as you may have already heard, is like static electricity, although it can be quite powerful. So Penzl energy is what it's actually called, or Pinzel energy in its proper pronunciation. So meditation, people will close their fingers in different areas. Now these areas conduct different flows, but basically it's a connector, thumb to four fingers. If you hold this into an area, you don't have to sit up and you don't have to sit back, wherever you're comfortable. But normally holding these together, you will notice after a while of going through your thoughts, and it's not so much in your thoughts, it's the holding your fingers together that's doing this. So You'll notice if you sit there for maybe 10, 15, 20, maybe an hour even, minutes to an hour, your hands will start getting clammy, warm. That's the electricity looping. So energy loops. It's infinite. We are infinite, meaning our energy. So that clammy hands is an indicator that you are conducting energy and holding it and recirculating it and producing more energy. So I've made videos in the past to show once you conduct this and release the energy, you can get a small machine that will light up and show you how much energy you can even produce. Now, this is a real machine. So they can be found out there through the internet. I'm not selling them or making them myself. Other people have already researched this and done this. Now, you know the human body can produce energy. You've heard of meditation, you know of conductors now. You know gold's a pretty good one. Silver's not too bad either, I guess. Why, you might say? That's because it's not magnetic. So a non-magnetic area is a better conductor. So I guess that's why in the ancient area gold was worth so much. Not so much for money, but as a conductor. So now you know a little bit more about your body and how to raise your energy levels. If you're just going to open your hands, then that energy will flow out of you. If you can harness that energy long enough and hard enough, you may even see energy waves or even real energy come out. I am known to do this for 6 hours in meditation, blocking pain, and a part of my hand went transparent and energy waves came out of it. This is very real. There are pictures and a write-up on my personal Facebook and in every other platform, from LinkedIn to YouTube to TikTok, and I do make most of my videos and my lives on TikTok. I have not highlighted the area of my hand as much because it was done several years ago, but nevertheless is an extraordinary thing. Many people put it down as an energy release or discharge, which it was, but there was some things done in that discharge that, while it happened, I seem to control and manipulate it to a degree. So it allows us to know that that energy we are making, we are still connected to. So there was a lot more than just, hey, my body makes energy and can release it. You can put it back into your body and manipulate it to do things. I am known with doctors' certificates and whatnot. My energy field or quantum field is too high in my body, so ECG machines don't work on me. I've done martial arts and meditation and so much more in these areas of my body for so long. I run at a high energy level. If you were to walk past me and go, hey, you'd probably get an electric shock. I fry out electronic equipment. Most equipment, carries my phone, has rubber insulation from my body, so I don't fry up my phones and whatnot. So the electric current in the human body is very real. So there's no arguing about that. That is a fact and is very known by a lot of different fields. Highlighting that area is a big part of, I guess, this live, and highlighting who I am and what I've done. I'm also known for, once this activated, my hand went like that, it seems to have changed my stem cells in my body to a degree, made them more active. Some say advanced, but we haven't got to the scientific area of that yet, and I am working through with doctors as much as I can. But it is most definitely more active, which makes the blastema in my body, and if you're not sure what that is if you cut yourself, the white stuff that sews your skin back together and reforms, if not grows more skin, the healing agent, more active in my body, so I can heal faster. Do I have full control of this? No. I am more active than most people, but does not mean I am 100%. So that is more active in me. My eyes, the interior of my eyes, have completely healed to a newborn baby. I have proof of this. The exterior of my eyes have not. So I have theories into this myself with optometrists and many other professionals, and that's because the outside of your eye is crystalline, so it's a different material. So the blastema cannot heal something that it's made of a different substance. So the white of my eye will go over, and I've made videos showing it going over my eyes, moving around. That's the blastema of my tissue trying to heal the small cuts of wounds through life of the gelatine, crystalline area of the frontal lobe. But it cannot because it's a different material. So I guess it's still limited and lack of understanding. But you need to understand blastema isn't really 100% sentient. It is just a part of your body that heals you. So it has a mechanical programming of birth, like a part of your brain to elaborate. Will allow you to breathe when you sleep. It pumps your blood. Binary functions in your body. So blastema has a binary function. So I can't just say, hey, don't do that, you can't heal that. I guess eventually it will work it out, one would hope. Our science is not that far into it. And what I'm saying right now to you is above our science of our known science today. But in the elite areas of medical and science, it is actually right on par. A lot of them, you may have heard, are taking stem cells and injecting them artificially from newborn umbilical cords and whatnot, and trying to heal people, even with cancer. And it has shown a great lot of promise. So in a different area, I'm using meditation and focused energy flow to enhance and build the energy in the body that can enhance your stem cell, which can enhance your blastema in your entire body. I believe if I was to continue to meditate, maybe I would take myself up to different levels. But I have stopped my meditational areas to trying to announce to the world what is happening. Because I have concerns if I continue to meditate that I may get my energy levels too high, and there has been indications of physical matter to energy. This is going a bit beyond most people's comprehension, but for those who do understand, I am not religious, but I am spiritual. A big part of what has happened to me with my eyes changing, it changes my focus of what I can see. And the human body can only see a very small fraction, meaning that the spectrums of what we see in reality and what you see around you is not the same as so much out there. So you look into space, you see stars and blankness. There are other things, like a cat sees energy first and focuses in on the physiological, the solid. So many things see differently. So when my eyes change, they allow me to see differently. Now, I'm not going to go into entirely what I see, but let's just say I believe that there is a lot more we don't see, and how can I say? Definitely believe in the spiritual realm. I have an understanding there where most people, I guess, a part of being activated or using your pineal gland activates you in ways that you would not expect. So you become more empathic, you become more in tune with your emotions, and a great deal of emotions and emotional growth develop more emotional areas, and a lot of your energy can come through that and stimulate your pineal, your brain, and your focus of your body. So I guess the more emotionally developed you are, the more control you have. As they would say, more with wisdom, the more experience you have. But emotional developmentation is most definitely an important thing. If you're a martial artist, which I am as well, you will understand a great part of martial arts, what you understand is how to use that focus, meaning with great power comes responsibility, and with great responsibility comes great power. So if you're going to have great power, you will learn responsibility. So a big part of one or the other will bring you to the same conclusion. You've become more compassionate, most definitely, but you become more capable in being able to handle that area. You don't want a person with great power that has no understanding in an area of how to use it, meaning you would hurt other people. If I was to meditate full out, what would happen to me? I could not entirely say. I have not done a full heavy meditation in at least nearly 7 years. And this is due to what happened to my hand. And I'm still trying to track down videos of the day and whatnot. There was noise in the area, and this is a safety tip for everybody. Do not make noise when a person is meditating or in a trance. It is very dangerous for a physical person meditating to hear that noise. It can cause great disturbance in them, and if not even hurt them. I had amnesia for 2 years, so at this point in time it was not nice getting my memory back after 2 years, and being able to go through what I went to get where I am again. It has been 3 years of me, how can I say, being able to comprehend, accept who I am and what happened to me, and go through the information and analyze the information before even doing anything, knowing I could do something, and being more afraid of myself than anything. Is there a factor of fear with any person? Yes. If you're watching this, or you are to watch this in the future, know that you have ability in your body to become more than what you are. The repressing of religion is very real. You might not want to hear this because the society you've been brought into, but religious trauma syndrome is very real, and breaking away from any religious order or religious figure is very detrimental and scary, especially when they say you'll burn and go to hell, and using that as a fear tactic to keep you in there. So I am not religious, and I'm not for any religious order. I am not an atheist because I still believe in spirituality. You cannot promise someone an eternal soul when they already have it. Okay, the quantum field inside your body, created by your pineal energy glands and much more. Some say 7 chakras of the human body running up and down the spine. This is very real. It causes a quantum field, or that's my way of stating it, where I guess known science would as well. This quantum field holds everything you are in a different spectrum. This energy is very real. It is around your body. You would not be alive without it. So some would call it the spirit or the soul. So science has proven quantum fields within the human body, meaning we have a soul. I'm sure there's hundreds of, if not thousands of gods and people trying to utilize that through time. But as I say, before we start worshipping things and trying to work out a great creator or whatnot, how about we start respecting whom we are and identifying who we are and what we truly are? If you are being told to not listen to this or listen to these words, that is repression straight away. A first thing of repression or an order is to say, don't listen to that. That is repression. You need to identify that for yourself. That's a part of waking up. The awakening is very real. So the awakening is going around the world. It has been around for generations. It has gone in flows and tried to wake humanity up. Now, there are people in this world, and there are people that are humane. If you're a humane people, then you're a step ahead of the rest. If you're just a person waking up and developing emotions, you're not repressing them, trying to hollow them out, trying to drink or smoke or do drugs to burn them out because you can't deal with this world. You don't want to hear this information. Well, this information, what I'm just telling you, should give you the strength to stop doing them drugs, stop doing that alcohol, and understand, hey, you know what? It might take me a year, it might take me 3 or 4 years, but there's been people in real hard positions and they've given it a real go, and they've came back and they understand what they are, and they're standing stronger than anyone because they've got the strength of knowing it took willpower to bring them back. But if you haven't gone through that, or you're just starting to go into that, then understand, stop. Okay, yes, you're being lied to with the rest of the world, but it doesn't mean you have to continue to punish yourself or not want to be here. There is a good majority of this world that is awoke and is awakened in many fields, all the way right through every country, through government areas, through science, and through spirituality. In every area, the awakened people are in them, everywhere. We are not large, but in some manners and areas, we are quite large. This is a spreading thing. This is called information. The greatest thing is not money. It is information. Information will set you free. If you understand an area in the human race, you've been taught basically money, get a job, make money, get a life, get a house. That is the society and the programming of what it puts you into. Some call this the matrix. You have people that live in the matrix that understand the matrix but are not a part of the matrix. You have people that are slave to the matrix. So we're trying to get the slave of the matrix to understand we are still in the matrix, but we are changing this matrix to be fully awoken, to make a new, higher consciousness area, to be fully conscious and aware of what is happening. You cannot be manipulated by anybody. The most dangerous thing is smart people. So we're trying to make smart people. To make a real smart people, you need to understand your mind, emotion, and physicality, the world you're in. You might wake up when you hear these words, or start looking around, or start looking at some of my videos, or the hundreds of thousands of other people's videos, and saying the same thing. I think there's at least 55 million people around the world standing right now. TikTok has been outlawed by most governments because it's showing the truth. A lot of other people already aware, and they're just laughing at other countries that are segregated or separated, or listening to the matrix rules. Okay, and you have your own mind. If you don't think for yourself, somebody's gonna think for you. And before you know it, your children and your children's children and your generations to come are not gonna be where you wanted them, or where awoken people, smart people are trying to guide you, to help you to awaken, so they can stand up and awaken and help others. You're gonna be led down a very dark place. And we've already been led down an area of this world that is not too good. There is no need for fossil fuels. 100 years ago, they were using electric cars. There was electric bus commissions over in England. The electric car that's just came out is nothing new. They were using electric scooters 120 years ago. Now we're just using them. And there are videos showing this, people, photographs. It was very real. They decided that they wanted to use fossil fuels because finances would be better. They shut down Tesla and so many other people because the energy could not be monitored. Nearly 200 years ago, they used to have the World Fair and whatnot, showing and highlighting so many beautiful areas. And then the Olympic Games came out about sports. It used to be about highlighting advancement in technological advancements in beauty, highlighting spirituality and the better ways for man and womankind to exist on this planet, and if not all kind, because we affect this planet, we affect animals, we affect everything. So we're supposed to be in the stars, people, and we're barely scraping. We've polluted the planet heaps, and I'm not going to go into that because we all know this, and we're trying our best in a world that's been situated. But wouldn't you try a lot better knowing the information more clearly, knowing that you're being taught to use your hand, you're being taught to walk, you're being taught to talk, you're being taught to be an independent, have free will. You don't shut free will down. So why is your pineal gland and you in schools not being taught how to harness and focus your energy so you can start developing that energy in larger areas? What can this do? For me, it allows my eyes to change from mediation and advancement of energy. It's allowed physical matter to turn to energy. So I guess that means something. For other people, I've heard they can meditate and levitate, hover, using this energy. That would, to me, is amazing. Have I seen footage of some people doing this? Yes, most definitely. I understand basically how to do it. I'm working in this area myself to hopefully one day do it. When I do this, it is not prayer hands to a god. This is martial arts, meaning honoring that person that has developed that area in their mind. We call ourselves Jedi these days. I'm a master in MMA, retired. Mostly my master in MMA was in E. So that is what the Asians in older tongue would call it. Someone went through and realized all this and made a movie called it Star Wars, and put the most powerful thing they could find in there, called a Jedi. The Jedi are real people. They were jumping around. You might see the movies. They were jumping around in the sky, levitating, nearly flying and everything. The ability some of them had, they could harness energy in their hands even, and move their hands and allow it to flow. These are abilities that have been lost with humankind. Not entirely, but. So, if you've never heard of me, yes you have. Jedi. It's an easier tongue than saying Master E, True Sky. And that's my title, Master E, True Sky. So in common tongue, Jedi, because that is more understood. So Master Jedi, True Sky. It is a title, martial artist, Jedi, one who uses the Force. And my name, True Sky. Is there other Jedi out there? Oh yes, oh most definitely. They're all over the place. They call themselves Masters of E, Masters of Chi, meaning the inner force, that energy, that emotion you get, flinging that through your hands and then putting it back into your body and feeling it. So using your body, some monks over in Tibet can hold a needle, a small little needle, and throw it through a windscreen of a car with the power, not of the muscles of their finger, but of the energy flow from the pineal and chi, meaning the more physical 7 chakras, through and flowing that. So you can enhance your biomechanical muscle. And I do say biomechanical, because we are all biomechanical. We are a living organism. But it still has tendons, we still have organs, we are biomechanical. We breed, we repropriate. You want to come down on AI and robots, you are a robot, but you're one of the most highest end robots there ever is. You're so advanced, you have a pineal gland. You are a quantum computer at a base in your brain. How much you use that computer is up to you, of how much you don't want to be repressed, and open the doors by getting the keys of information and setting your mind free slowly. I'm teaching you fundamentals to help you. And then you will allow that super quantum computer to activate. That's your pineal gland. And that's just not running on, how can I say, on autopilot, like when you go to sleep and you breathe. That pineal gland is running on autopilot, producing the energy you need to stay alive. And if you don't believe in that, there's already been 8 people that the government has cut this out trying to take it out of people, and they died instantly. Because if you want to remove the thing that keeps your soul to this flesh, this biomechanical thing, some call it the vessel, then you just remove the pineal gland. And that's it, you're gone. Your soul's separated. It no longer connects, therefore everything is just dead tissue mass and your energy has been released. Therefore you are on the other plane or here out of our standard sight. Some of us are focusing into our sight to see this, and some can. That is where a medium comes into it. If many people didn't believe in mediums, at one point I didn't either. I was a Catholic Christian for over 44 years of my life. That's pretty solid. I named my children after Christianity. Am I a Christian now? No. No, I am not. I see that I was repressed by religion. I see they are good people. I see that information has held at them and locked them, unfortunately. If you don't like what I'm saying, that's because you've been programmed or trained, whatever word you want to say to make yourself feel better, in not listening to this. But if you do, then you're actually starting to really wake up out of this matrix. You've taken the blue tablet, because the red tablet will always put you to sleep. It is always contradictory and reverse psychology. The blue tablet will always wake you up. You need to understand the real reality. And I'm referring to the Matrix movie. Because the Matrix movie was one of the only movies that really put information out there that was very real. The human body, if plugged in correctly, can power a city for 1 week. That's a lot of energy. That's a lot more than static electricity. So the condensers and flesh within the body stop a lot of that energy from flowing out at a level that could actually harm. But if you understand your quantum field within your human body, if it was ignited on the right level with the amount of energy in your body, do you know what a quantum bomb is? Meaning every single human being on this planet is a quantum bomb. If you've ever seen a nuclear bomb, they're pretty powerful. I know if I was an extraterrestrial race and I knew that there was 8 billion quantum bombs walking around, I would be cautious too. Knowing that these people don't even know how to activate themselves and have been born generation after generation, not quite knowing what they are and capable of. So far, we haven't seen a human being explode. With the science we're starting to get up to this day and time, with genetics, enhancements, understanding what we are now as part of what I'm telling you, you will not learn this information at school, because the school system is to teach you enough to stay in the matrix and work within the matrix in the field of what they want you to be in. And that is true. Maybe one day they might teach you what I'm telling you, but this information, most people have to scour the internet, and before there was an internet, travel the world to find this information out. A lot of us were called worldly people or strangers. So I am one of the first to come out with this information, speak freely. At first I was very afraid people would, if not try to attack me. You can understand, you're a normal person living your life, and the next second you come out. I am a transgender person as well, male to female, meaning I've had my operations. I identify as a woman, a transgender woman. I am not a cisgendered woman, and I'm proud to be who I am. I am still a human being. I still have knowledge and I still have abilities. I'm sure if I was a cisgender person, maybe society would listen to me a little bit better. I am beyond my time, no doubt. But it does not mean this information is not out there, and does not mean what I'm saying is not real. People have their own ideals of things and are still working it out, and are trying to get to a point of understanding. What puts me ahead of the game? I meditated and turned my left hand into energy, shocked the world. I became a medium after I got my memory back after 2 years, showing many eye activations, videos and everything of this. How do you think I felt not understanding anything and this happening to me? Well, needless to say, why I left religion. When I found out there are more entities out there, and just because they might look a little spooky doesn't mean that to us we aren't spooky to them. As I said, we're a quantum bomb. Don't you think we freak the hell out of them? Think about that. I feel pretty contented knowing that my power in me could probably destroy half the country if I exploded. That's worrying, isn't it, people? It makes you worry a lot more than a nuclear bomb. So why do you think we're being repressed about our energy and our mind and what we're capable of? There's some thought for count. How powerful am I? That's pretty powerful. Can I tap into that energy? Yes, I can. Can I utilize that energy perfectly? No. I am not by far where I should be. And I hold myself back due to trying to elaborate what I've been talking about over the last 30 minutes. It's a lot of information. You might notice a lot of people will talk very fast and will jump in such an area, but will bring you back full circle, because we're trying to highlight an area, and I'm trying to highlight an area that is very important. A lot of people that don't understand and are repressed will wake up with anger and rage, knowing that they have been repressed in their life. We all do it first. Turn that rage and that anger into strength, and start fighting the right way with the awakening. And you have brothers and sisters and fellow warriors. We are all lone wolves standing, but wherever we are standing strong. And the more of us that stand, and the more of us that teach, one day there will be 100 monkeys. If you don't understand what that is, I've made videos of that as well. Teach one monkey a character trait, it will teach the next. If you have 100 monkeys and everyone learns that character trait, then everyone becomes awoken. So, it's very easy, people. The more people that awake, the more people that understand this and elaborate even more than what I have into more areas. I am teaching you everything in a nutshell. And that used to be a famous saying of mine, trying to get it out in a nutshell. And to say that in 34 minutes, that used to take me a month just to try to work through. I'm sure in 5 more years, I'll be able to speak more competent, more capable, and show you a lot more. And hopefully by that time you'll understand a lot more too. I'll continue my videos on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and Twitter, and whatever platform I can get, so I can hopefully reach to you. Please subscribe to me. Please. It doesn't cost you a thing. You will see my new videos. You will allow others from that subscription to see my videos. Please hit a like on this and some of my videos. Take the time to go through some of my content. Yes, I do a lot of things in humor as well, but there's a lot of seriousness with what I do as well. YouTube has a lot of my videos and content, but not all of them. TikTok has all my content. I am trying to bring my content to YouTube as it is more mainstreamed. But the more mainstreamed we get, the more shut down we get. Because society and main media will be talking about dogs or an accident on the side of the street, or what the media wants you to hear, instead of the main heartbeat of the world and the topic of what's happening. And that is the awakening, meaning human consciousness awakening to many different areas and things that are happening, including what you are. I hope this video enlightens you a little bit and introduces you to who I am and why I call myself Master True Sky. Most friends just go Sky or Jedi Sky. You can call me whatever you like, just don't be insulting. Because I'm dedicating every day of my life trying to help you and trying to work this puzzle out. And I've worked a lot of it out. There are many people out there talking about this. Them people have not done anything, but they're working the puzzle out. I am activated and I've done this. And I've proven this. I do not need proof. I do not need any other people's words to know what I have seen, what I have done, and what I have seen other people do. You're not alone, people. None of us are. It's time to allow the normal people to awaken. And every day we try. Thank you once again for your time, and please share, please follow.